Does your sewing table feel smaller every time you start a new project? Don't worry, today I'll show you how to keep your sewing table organized even if you're working with limited space. Step 1. Clear and prepare your workspace. Start by clearing your table completely. Remove leftover fabric, thread, bits, or tools from your last project. Even if your setup is already in place, this quick reset creates a calm sewing space. Organization tip 1. Prep your space like a recipe. Think of sewing like cooking. Set out your ingredients before you start. Your fabric, scissors, pins, and thread all laid out means less chaos mid-project. Step 2. Main sewing table setup. Now let's set up your main sewing table for flow and comfort. Keep your machine centered or slightly to the side depending on which hand you sew with. Place your scissors, seam ripper, pins, and tools you reach for most often near you. Leave an open area in front for your fabric to move freely and keep cords neat and out of the way. Organization tip 2. Keep a mini reset checklist beside your table. Write a 3-step checklist on a sticky note. Things like rethread, rewrap thread, clear scraps. Check it before you start sewing. It keeps your setup consistent every single time. Step 3. Your 2-step stool storage system. Here's a simple but useful idea. Use a 2-step stool for extra storage instead of a rolling cart. The top step holds your fabric clips and pins, and the bottom step holds a container of fabrics. It's sturdy, compact, and you can keep it close to your table. Everything stays close and within reach of your workspace. Okay, here's a myth versus fact. Myth: you only need one needle for all your sewing projects. Fact: that's just like saying one pair of shoes fits every outfit. Different fabrics need different needles, and dull needles can cause skip stitches or fabric snags. Nope, that same dull needle from 2022 isn't doing you any favors. Change it before it breaks mid-stitch. Organization tip 3. Track what you use most. Pay attention to what you actually reach for every time. Those items deserve prime space on your table, not the fancy things you rarely touch. Step 4. Smaller table option. If you're sewing in an even smaller space, here's how you can set up a compact table that still keeps everything within reach. Keep it simple and focus only on the essentials like your sewing machine, fabric scissors, pins, measuring tape, seam ripper, thread, iron and ironing board. Cutting mat and rotary cutter are optional. This setup proves you don't need a large workspace, just effective organization. Here's a tool roll-up trick. If you don't have containers or drawers, roll your tools in scrap fabric. It's portable, simple, and clutter-free. No fancy organizer? No problem. This roll-up keeps everything neat and travel-ready. Here's another myth versus fact. Myth: pins and clips are basically the same thing. Fact: sure, until your pins leave a trail of tiny holes in your fabric. Clips are better for thicker materials and delicate fabrics that you don't want to damage. Yeah, pins are great until they stab you back, literally. Remember to click the subscribe button for more beginner-friendly sewing tips and tutorials. Organization tip 4. The 3-section rule for fabric. If your fabric stash gets messy, sort it into just 3 categories: big pieces, small pieces, and scraps. That's it. No overthinking, just clarity. Step 5. Maintain your setup. The secret to staying organized is consistency. After each sewing session, take 2 minutes to reset. Clear threads, fold fabric, and return your tools to the stool or storage spot. That tiny routine keeps your space ready for your next project. It's amazing how peaceful sewing feels when your table is always ready to go. Organization tip 5. Organize by sewing flow, not by category. You can also organize by what things are, like organize by the order you actually use them. Keep your measuring tools first, your cutting tools second, and your stitching tools last. That way your space follows your natural sewing rhythm. Now, how many of these 4 can you relate to? Wait, how did this pin end up in my tee? Do I rethread my machine now or pretend it's fine and hope for the best? Yeah, let's risk it. I literally just had my measuring tape. Do they walk away when I blink? Finally, it's organized. I should take a picture. Wait, where's my phone? Let me know in the comments. Here's a sewing table reset checklist for your reference. Step 1. Gather your tools. Step 2. Fold and store your fabric. Step 3. Clear the threads. Step 4. Wipe and reset your surface. Step 5. Prep for tomorrow. Confidence builder. Here's something to remember every time you sew. For every mistake you notice, you've already sewn at least 10 stitches perfectly. You just didn't stop to celebrate them. Every project teaches you something, even crooked seams, loose threads, and the tiny wobbles. Those aren't fails, they're proof you're creating. Keep going, keep learning, and keep stitching with confidence. And that's how you can create an organized sewing table, even with limited space. Whether you sew on a large table or a smaller one, these tips help keep every inch working for you. Comment below which setup is best for you. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be the first to know when I share more beginner sewing tips and tutorials. If you'd like to see some of the handmade items I've sewn, I have a few listed in my Poshmark shop. Links down in the description if you want to take a peek. If you'd like to take your setup a step further, download my free beginner sewers checklist. It's linked right below this video. Inside, you'll find what you need to start sewing with confidence, from basic sewing tools to sewing machine must-knows, plus 5 common beginner mistakes and how to avoid them and more. It's the perfect companion to help you stay organized while learning those sewing basics, step by step.